What's good, and welcome back to Invest and Trade with Jax. Good early afternoon from Johannesburg, South Africa. Hope everybody's doing well. We're going to go over our friend Bitcoin. I'm going to show you, ladies and gentlemen, why I think an absolutely massive drop is coming, especially if this support is broken. But there's many signals that we could definitely see capitulation or a massive drop down to 28 to 30K, or quite possibly 22 to 23,000. So we're going to get into that. Currently we're sitting at 39,000. We're up about 1.7 on the day. We're sitting at market cap of 736 billion, 24-hour volume 29.02 billion. Ladies and gentlemen, if you're new to crypto.com, sign up to the world's fastest growing crypto app. Grab one of their incredible Visa cards, cashback in crypto, free Spotify, Netflix, Prime, travel incentives, $25 just for signing up through my referral. So here's BTC on the 4-hour time frame. So we have a bullish divergence. We broke out of a falling wedge pattern. We pushed above 38.5, which was a previous level of resistance, currently holding as support. So we could push up to 39.5K, or quite possibly the top of our wedge here at about 40.5K. as we are having a bullish divergence and we have broken out of this falling wedge. Now, if we get rejected here and we roll over and we lose 37.4, I do think that would be the start of a major sell-off, but we may push up to these levels first. So let's look at the daily time frame. As I've been mentioning, we are in a technical target from the ascending triangle down to 33.4K. What I think is happening here is we've come back down to where we started this previous swing low. We're seeing a relief bounce. We get rejected by the 20 or the 55 EMA. We roll over and we start to come down to the 1.272 at 35,000, the technical target of 33.4, and the 1.618, which is coming in at 32.1K for BTC. Now, why I think we're going to see a massive drop is due to a few factors. On the weekly chart here, we have two massive bearish patterns. We have a head and shoulders, and we have a descending triangle. So if we do see a push up here, you can see we're just about to have the bearish cross on the weekly EMAs. If we get rejected by the EMAs, we roll over, we break 37.6. The technical target from the head and shoulders is all the way down at 21K. And from the descending triangle, you're looking at 23.7K. for these patterns, and that lines up with the 200-week moving average, this blue line here, which is currently coming in at about 22K. And as the weeks continue, it will push up to that 23K price target, which is the exact target of this descending triangle. The last time we had the bearish cross of the 20 EMA underneath the 55 on the weekly time frame. We've also had the bearish cross of this white line, which is the 20-week moving average, under the pink line, which is the 50-week. So if we scroll back and we look at the last time we've had these bearish crosses, here's the bear market. So let me quickly remove the moving averages just so you can see the EMAs. So you can see this yellow line cross, the 20 underneath the 55, boom, capitulation. Here too, we had the bearish cross, but this was a black swan event, and we recovered quite quickly here. Now, if we go to the bear market of 2014, 2015, little bit of lag here. You can see, you can't quite see it here, but right around this area is where we would have had the bearish cross, and you can see it led to future sell-off. We had the bullish cross and we started the bull market. So we're just about to print the bearish cross of the 20 underneath the 55, which is another sign that we are going to see a large drop. We've lost the structural support of this ascending channel. So if you're seeing this as a bear flag, your technical target is going to bring you all the way down to about 27K. As you can see here, if you measure your flagpole, you take it to your point of breakout, it will take you all the way down to that 27K level. And you can see we've currently broken below it. We've back tested it as resistance, which is usually confirmation that you are going to see that continuation to the downside. We have the bearish divergence on the weekly time frame. We also have a bearish divergence on the monthly time frame. This chart here on the monthly, you can see we had a monthly close below the 20 EMA, which is bearish. The last time we had a monthly close, the bear market of 2015, you can see this massive wick. We lost the 20 EMA, and it looks like we came all the way down to the 55. So once again, we've closed below the 20 EMA. So if we fail to get back above it and we get rejected here, I would expect you to come down to the 55 EMA, which is currently coming in at about 24.4K. So if we fail to get back above it and hold it as support, You can target the 55 EMA on the monthly time frame, which is currently coming in. It's coming in at about 24.8, 25K. So if we pop over to our next chart, we have the 5-day Gaussian channel. You can see we had a 5-day close underneath the channel, and currently we're back testing it as resistance. If I open this up, you can see right now we're failing to get back above it. So if we fail to hold above 38.5K, so if we start to back test the Gaussian channel as resistance, you're going to see that continuation to the downside, as I've been covering here for a few weeks now with the Gaussian. When we break underneath the Gaussian, you can see we had the Corona dump. We broke down from the Gaussian channel, but if we look at our bear markets, you can see right here, we broke down from the Gaussian channel and we capitulated all the way down to about 3,000. And if we go to the bear market of 2014, 2015, my computer is being a little bit slow today. My apologies. Hope everybody is doing well. Hope you're working towards all your goals and aspirations. So you can see right here, we broke below the Gaussian. We started to backtest it as resistance, and we saw the continuation to the downside. So once again, we've broken below the Gaussian channel. So if we fail to get back above it, my apologies, guys. So if we fail to get back above it, I would expect you to at least come down to the summer lows of 28 to 30K. So quite a few bearish indicators. We're underneath the Gaussian. Well, currently we're hitting it as resistance. So if we continue to hit as resistance, we roll over. We are in a technical target down to about 27.1K, and I would expect you to at least come down to the summer lows. However, we do have those massive bearish patterns, the head and shoulders, as well as the descending triangle, and that could bring you down to 23.7 or 21,000, which lines up with the 200-week moving average, this blue line here, which is where we have found support on our Corona dump. Came right down to the 200. Previous bear market, we came right down to the 200-week moving average. So if we lose the summer lows of 28 to 30K, that's when we can come all the way down to about 22,000, 22 to 23,000, just about to print the bearish cross of the weekly EMAs. So a lot of signs that we're going to see continued sell-off and quite possibly capitulation, in my opinion. I'll go over the bullish scenario, although I think it's unlikely here, and that is that we break back above 38.5K, we get back above the weekly EMAs, and we see a push all the way back up to about 47,000. We break out of this channel and we see that nice push back up to the previous all-time high. I don't think it's likely, in my opinion. There's too many bearish signals. If we look at previous bear markets, if we look at the Gaussian channel, if we look at the fact that we're having the bearish cross of not only the EMAs but as well as the 50-week moving average under the 20-week moving average, these are all early signals of future sell-off. And if we look at previous bear markets, you can see that it led to capitulation. You can see we had the bearish cross, we consolidated, descending triangle, boom, capitulation. We go back to the previous bear market here, you can see we had the bearish cross of the EMAs and the moving averages, boom, capitulation, swift sell-off. So I do think that is what we'll see once again, and we'll swiftly come down here to about 28 to 30K. Oh my lord. And we'd also be in technical targets from these large bearish patterns down to 21 and 23.7K. Now we can definitely see a small bounce in the meantime. Just watch these moving averages on the weekly. If we get rejected, I do think the likely scenario here for BTC is that we come up and we get rejected by the EMAs. We roll over and we start coming down to the 1.272 and the 1.618, in my opinion. I could be wrong. I could be completely wrong. And we bounce and we break 45K. We head up to 50,000. I just don't think it's the likely scenario. And I definitely do not think it's the more probable scenario. I will be looking to take some massive short positions. We start to lose 38.5K, and especially if we start to lose this neckline coming in about 37.6, I'll definitely be taking some massive short positions. Make sure to sign up to the Discord. We've been making profits on Bitcoin on this beautiful bounce with this bullish divergence, as well as Ethereum. We made some nice profits on Phantom. You can sign up for the trade signals that's coming into the $10 membership. Everything else is accessible at $350 USD. I'll open it up quickly here. So there's my 2 cents for Bitcoin. If you want access to the Discord, you can sign up through the Patreon. You can see we hit our first take profit here for BTC, and we hit our first 2 take profits for FTM. So if you want my exact entries, exits, take profits, you can sign up through the $10 membership through the Patreon. We also have the DCA trade strategy. We have the DCA charts, very simple method of trading, dollar cost averaging into your trades, bringing your average price down and waiting for the slingshot back up, and buy and take profit zones based off support, resistance, Fibonacci if you want to start to DCA into your positions. And over 1,900 members posting their own trades, their exits, their entries, as well as analytics, chart patterns. You really can't beat it. Sign up through the Patreon. If you want to trade with me, sign up to Bybit, and I will see you in the next video. All right, much love. Take care.